Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. You have to excuse me, I got a cold, so my voice is a little strange. All right, we're going to do the speed run on the Durafly Excalibur version 2. Got a K&S performance analyzer inside there. So let's start it. Make sure we are tracking, and we are. All right, turn the prop on. What we're going to do is we're going to take it up, straight and level. We'll take it up over there, straight and level into the wind, land, check the speed, and that's your performance, how fast it'll go into the wind, level. And then we'll take it up at a hard dive with the wind just to see how fast we can make it fly, just for fun. All right. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Oh, and it's tail type VA on Spectrum. Hold it right underneath the wing spar. Make sure your prop isn't messing up with your canopy. Just a little bit better than half throttle. Okay. Oh, wait. Got to reset my timer. Didn't reset my timer. Sorry, folks.
Timer reset.
Okay. A little better than half. All right, let me go back this way. We get turned around. All right, we're going to go into the wind, full speed. Right now, full speed into the wind. All right, get her turned around, a lander. I move around a lot.
Motor is safe and off.
All right. So I picked it up. All right. If the audio messed up when I was facing away from y'all talking, I'm sorry. All right, let's check our speed. And this is our performance speed. Okay, stop, read. All right, 75 mile an hour. We had her up to 200 feet. 75 mile an hour, not bad at all. All right, so we're going to start again. Okay. Make sure I'm reading, and I am. This time we're going to do a hard dive with the wind.
Motor HOTLINER by you.
Just to see how fast we can make this little guy go. All right, wind is up there. Okay, here we go. I don't think that was 100 mile an hour, but all right.
Motor is safe and off.
Okay. Let me see something real quick.
Motor HOTLINER by you. Motor is safe and off.
All right, we're in good shape. When you bring this in for landing, let it glide over the land, let it bleed off that speed, and then kind of flare with your tail. Just let the tail, that big old plastic skin down there, grab that momentum and pull you to the ground. Good. Make sure your prop's off when you're doing this, because you saw how it turned sideways. If your prop had been on, you could have broke a blade pretty easy. Stop. Read. All right, 91 mile an hour, 322 feet and 91 mile an hour. All right, well, you know what? Still got a lot of battery left, you know, so according to this, I got 2.5 minutes of flying left to do. So let's get up in the air and finish this flight for fun. Let me go ahead and take that GNS performance analyzer out of there. Okay. And that's what that is right there. It's a GNS performance analyzer. It goes off a phone app and it has a satellite uplink, and that's what gives you your altitude and your speed. So, oh, it's cold. It's kicking my butt. It's a New England cold.
Motor hot, gonna bite you.
To be honest, I think I was sick before I left. Like I said, a little better than half.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Got a 4S 2200 shorty Turnigy battery that Hobby King sent out with the plane. That's right at just a hair under half throttle right there, into the wind. You don't have to go super fast all the time. Looks like it needs a little bit of right aileron. But that green on that wing actually does show up pretty good. Here, turn the motor off. She's just gliding now. All right, you can see the acceleration. Let's see how much vertical she's got. All right. I don't even know. It kept going. I lost sight of it there for a second. Yeah, so more vertical than you're going to be able to keep track of the plane. So don't do that.
1 minute.
All right. Try to get a good landing here. All right.
Motor is safe and off.
Now, just to give you a point of reference, when I was right about here, I was about this high, that's when I cut the motor. And I let her glide in. If she's balanced right, CG'd right, she'll do fine. A perfect landing with any power glider, any glider period, is whenever you, what's the equivalent of a greaser, is when you bring them in and they just slide forward and stay straight. When you got crosswind and everything, that's the equivalent of a, you know, having a problem with a crosswind runway landing. Same thing with a glider. Lots of times if you have a cross breeze, it'll catch that rudder and you'll turn when you land, and that's when you break your props. So that's why it's important to mitigate that damage by having that prop off before you make contact with the ground. And right before you touch, flare just a touch. Let that tail grab the ground and pull you out of the sky. I mean, not flare, not a whole bunch, just enough to kind of start dragging it. So, all right, let's check the battery and then we'll go over the rate. I can just tell you the rates. The rates are real simple. 100% throws, 40% expo on everything. On ailerons, on elevator, and on rudder. All 100% throws, 30% expo. V-tail A in Spectrum works perfect. You're going to take your right stabilizer, it's right stabilizer, and you're going to put it in channel 4, and your left, so let me look at it. Gotta look at it from back here. Okay, yeah, your left stabilizer here, put it in channel 3, which would be rudder, and your right, or which would be normally your elevator, and your right stabilizer, put it in channel 4, which would normally be your rudder. If you pick that, then V-tail A should work out perfectly for you. And that worked out perfectly for the steering and everything. All right, let's check the battery. What do we have? 91 mile an hour? I think it was 91, yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's the battery placement for that 2200 shorty. Basically, the key to you put any 2200, anything you put in here, and this is my same experience with the Excalibur when I had it the first time. If you look real close before I check the battery, if you look real close, there's 2 hard foam protrusions here, okay? Let your battery ride up right against those 2 protrusions, whether 2200, 1800, whatever, and that's where you'll get good CG, okay? Right there, right up against those 2 protrusions. Let it butt right up against that, and you'll get good CG. All right, let's check that battery. That tongue of groove's in there. Still had 49 seconds left, but I didn't want to push it. 65% left. We could go again, but I think that's good enough for the day. That'll definitely give us a good speed run. The only drawback, the only thing I found that's negative with this plane is if you be careful whenever you see that blade has a tendency to sometimes ride up underneath that canopy there. So just make sure that your blades are, there's a structure of the fuse here. Make sure your blades are riding on that, and then when you give it gas, it'll clear that lip. Otherwise, you'll get stuck on you like I did a while ago for me. All right, folks, so there you go. That was the speed run, and it's a fun performance flight of the not new, but now back in stock after being out of stock for like a year and a half. The Excalibur version 2 from Durafly. Hobby King, thank you for sending out. Got her up to 91 mile an hour. I think if I put it in maybe an SMC pack and a little bit, maybe a little bit faster, higher dive, I might get up over 100, but we'll see. All right, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. Gabriel, thank you for filming for me. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time. God is good. Bye-bye.